I love it.
Why?
I love it. I'm a part of it. I think that's what I know. That's something that I've been looking for.
Melo will be such a fan that he will begin raving about the young guard to Kobe Bryant.
I'm laughing and joking with him about, yo, you coming in this, you gonna get your ass bust. He like, about who? Who the fuck is Jeremy Lin? Like, who the fuck is Jay Lin? So he said that in the media. So when he said that, it stemmed from the conversation we had just had the night before.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. And hope you guys are doing well. And welcome to the first video. This should be in 4K. Hopefully I got everything set right. I did a test run and it looked pretty damn good. So hopefully now we've got the best audio I could get to, I think, even though I always tweak. But video-wise, I think we've hit a peak. So hopefully you guys, it looks great. And anyways, that's all. I've been doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. So anyways, hopefully it's looking good. And I'm going to use this for the music channel as well, which first video is already out by the time this video is out. So go ahead and check it out if you want. The link is down below in the description of this video. If you wanted to see my very first but very amateur first video out there. And just like I did on this channel, I will improve over time. But anyways, you guys, I had a couple of requests and a member's request from Shay to check this video out. And I'm actually very interested in this one because this is a Woo Hoops video titled The Most Unnecessary Beef in NBA History. And this one's going to be all about Jeremy Lin and Carmelo Anthony. And I always kind of agreed. I'll admit, I was never a huge Carmelo Anthony fan. And I always saw this as Carmelo basically. I saw this as Carmelo's fault. However, I might have been completely biased. So the more I learn about this, the more I start to wonder what if my opinion was justified or not. And if Jeremy Lin was really a victim there. And if so, was it really just Melo being that insecure about his job? You know what I mean? But anyways, let's get into this, you guys. I'm going to link the original video from Woo Hoops down below in the description. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out to you guys. And you also see a link to Which One's Pink, which is my other YouTube channel, if you guys want to check that out. Guys, I say let's get right on with it. Like the vid if you could. And hit that hype button if you got any left and you want to use them. And without further ado, let's go down story time.
The date is March 24th, 2012. The New York Knicks are about to coast to a win against the Detroit Pistons.
Jeremy Lin knocks down the three. That's his second three-pointer. And the Knicks back up by 11.
But the best part about the night, after weeks of questioning from the media about whether Jeremy Lin and Carmelo Anthony could coexist, the pair seem to have finally figured it out, as they've now won 6 of their last 7 games. The future could not have looked brighter.
It never made any sense to me why this couldn't work out. They're not playing the same position. You got a point guard and then you got a knockdown shooter. You know, whatever you want to call him, shooting guard, small forward, whatever you want to call him, he's doing that job. So Melo doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time, especially at this point. They were running what were they running? No, they were with D'Antoni, so they were playing a run and gun system. A running gun system, Melo shouldn't have the ball. He's not running fast breaks anyways. Like, to me, this makes sense. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Which is why it will make it even more puzzling that this game will end up being Jeremy Lin's final game as a New York Knick. How's this possible? Well, I guess you would have to hear from Lin himself.
I've seen some of these podcasts.
On December 27th, 2011, 2 days after the start of the shortened lockout season, Jeremy Lin was signed a non-guaranteed contract with the New York Knicks as their 4th string point guard.
We were dead in the water. It was a strike year, and we didn't have our point guards were hurt.
Guys are dropping like flies because it's one of those lockout seasons.
It wouldn't be until February 4th, 2012, with the 8-15 Knicks on the 3rd night of a back-to-back-to-back, that Lin would get his first real opportunity.
Jeremy Lin, and you're a pretty big ovation.
In 36 minutes, he would finish with 25 points and 7 assists.
Yeah, I remember him talking about it, saying like he knew he had only a couple of days to prove his worth. So he just went in there like do or die, man. You know, like just go for it.
Good night for Jeremy Lin.
While most chalked it up as the result of a fluke, the following game, 6 minutes in, Carmelo Anthony would suffer an injury.
Melo got hurt. He came in and we opened things up, and that was it.
Back to Lin. Lin gets hit, puts it in, and a foul.
And just like that, Linsanity had begun.
Lin has to put it up.
I mean, there's two obvious questions to pose. If Carmelo didn't get hurt, would Linsanity ever happen? It's probably not, right? I don't know for sure, but probably not. And also, what if Melo stayed injured the rest of the year? Do you think they keep Lin and then re-sign him? Like, what would have happened to the Knicks? Knick fans, if you're out there, I know you played this scenario out more in your head than I have. What would have happened, man?
A three-pointer as the shot clock expired.
So we played the game against Toronto, and it was down to the last, few seconds.
Second chance opportunity, Lin up top.
You know Mario likes
Jeremy Lin kind of moves everybody out the way.
With the ball
he likes a good point guard.
Okay, all right, sir.
I got this.
Lin for the win. Got it.
That's a ballsy move, man.
So we were like, all right.
You missed that shot, and like I don't know if you see the light of day again on a basketball court.
I'm gonna let him shine. I'm gonna let him be who he is and have fun.
I love him.
Nobody stopping Jeremy Lin on that play.
During the stretch, the Knicks would go on a 7-game winning streak. No one could stand in his way.
Are you surprised at the production that Lin's had over the past week?
I don't even know what he's done.
Not even Kobe Bryant.
Lin for three. Bang!
The elephant in the room? What's going to happen when Carmelo Anthony returns?
If Carmelo Anthony...
And by the way, I don't think that was disrespect by Kobe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I always saw that, dude, a week. Okay, us as fans, we were watching every day. We're seeing it all over ESPN. It's like it's everything. But if you were playing in a regular season in the NBA, like a guy like Kobe Bryant, a week can go by very easily without you realizing there's like a new rising star. So I wonder. I never saw it as a sign of disrespect that he was like, I don't even know what he's done. I think he was being genuine. Like, I really don't know who the hell this guy is yet. There was no Jeremy Lin 2 weeks ago. Who is this guy?
Is on the floor with Jeremy.
When Carmelo Anthony returns.
If Carmelo Anthony is on the floor with Jeremy Lin, who's taking the last shot in that game?
And you see, this is where the problems start. Thank you, media. Thanks, Stephen A., for planting this kind of crap, these kind of seeds in these players' heads. Let them figure it out in the locker room, man.
Of course, I want to take the last shot.
And then this is where it goes, yeah.
Let's be quite frank.
On February 20th, 2012, Carmelo Anthony would return to the Knicks lineup. And despite beating the defending champs the day prior, the Knicks would lose to the New Jersey Nets, the very team that they had beaten to begin Linsanity. And the vibe in the locker room will begin to shift.
But it all changed. Melo came back, then it kind of got a little shaky because Jeremy Lin wasn't playing much, and the ball wasn't going to him as much, so it kind of dropped.
Then, on the 23rd, the Knicks would infamously lose to Miami, where most would classify as the end of Linsanity.
Oh, the steal by Chalmers. He's been all over Lin.
The players on the Heat argued among themselves who could pick him up full court. And so that game where he has 8 turnovers and goes 1 for a million from the field, that was a function of the NBA fighting back. There's a hierarchy here.
Now, not
just a hierarchy, this is a welcome to the NBA moment. You know what I mean? So when you were under the radar, and this is no disrespect to Lin, man. I like Lin. However, let's be realistic today. Lin had a great run. However, he was on nobody's radar. And when you're on no one's radar and you're that good, because he was good, man, you get away. You know, you're getting away with single coverage. No one knows your tendencies. You can't be scouted yet because we only have a couple of games to go off of. So once you accumulate enough games, I say about 10 games in, now we know what your tendencies are. We can plan for you and we can figure out what your weaknesses are. And it looks like that's exactly what Miami did. You know, they said, let's hunt them down like dogs, like the 92 USA team did against Tony Kukoc, you know, from Croatia back then. It's the same idea. Let's see what you got against the best of the best when we're we're hunting you and see if you can survive. Because to tell you the truth, that's what the playoffs would have looked like. If Linsanity kept going all season and they got into the playoffs, dude, everyone would just be attacking the hell out of them, like full court press.
And
that's how you know who's a great one. The great ones overcome that. You know, Lynn didn't actually get a chance to really overcome that because the second it started happening was when Carmelo came back and he really wasn't out there that much anymore.
To learn to navigate the hierarchy of the league, he would also have to learn it within his own team, especially now in the midst of a 6-game losing streak.
Ouch.
But I think like it started to create like tension in the way we play.
Thus, on March 9th in Milwaukee, to clear the air, the stars of the team will meet together for a cordial breakfast. A breakfast that will not only alter the trajectory of the Knicks season, but also perhaps of Lynn's career. But before we get to that, a quick word from today's sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Kalshi, the biggest prediction market in the United States. But here's what makes Kalshi different. You're not playing against a house. Kalshi is peer-to-peer trading.
I don't use Polymarket, but I hear they're getting sued. Kind of insider stuff. No big surprise. But yeah.
A yes or no contract on whether something will happen, and you're trading directly.
It's kind of like those kick gambling sponsorships, where people are pretending to gamble and pretending to win and make money to like build up hype for their fans so that they download the app and they start doing it too. It's not Kalshi, so it's not the company he's promoting, but Polymarket was kind of doing the same thing. They were paying content creators and influencers under the table to appear to promote, you know, like, oh, I just made 200,000 on Polymarket, you know, or like if there's a huge like, you know, over under or whatever, they promote it, but they never say that they're getting paid to promote it. So now there's a huge lawsuit because you can't do that. At least in the United States, you're not allowed to do that. If you are being paid to promote something, you have to disclose that, as Woo Hoops is doing here right now. So I just thought that was interesting.
Against other users, think of it like buying or selling a stock. The line isn't set by some algorithm working against you. It moves based on where the money goes. Public opinion sets the price. Right now, Argentina winning the World Cup is trading at 22%, meaning that if you put $100 down with a correct prediction, you could get a return of $445.16. And as that probability shifts, you can buy in or out of your position at any time to lock in a profit or cut a loss. Kalshi is also CFTC approved, federally regulated, which is why it's available all across the country, including California and Texas. Download the Kalshi app and use my code WooHoops to get $10 when you trade $10. KALSHI, Kalshi. Put your money where your prediction is. Thank you, Kalshi. Now, back to the video. On March 9th, 2012, the Knicks stars would have a breakfast meeting to clear the air.
We were all finally 4 of us healthy, and we met before a road game against the Bucks.
It was, you know, me, Melo, Mari, and Tyson. We all kind of talked about what we wanted, and I think we had to just figure out how to flow.
And us 4 aligned on this is what we're going to try to do.
And after that meeting, the Knicks would actually begin figuring it out, winning 6-7 games shortly after.
Nice.
But on the final game of that stretch, Jeremy Lin would suffer a season-ending meniscus tear. That offseason, Jeremy Lin would become a restricted free agent. His goal? To stay with the New York Knicks. But the Knicks would refuse to offer him a new deal.
They could have offered me 3 years, $9 million, but there wasn't even that offer on the table. So I go to Houston.
That's crazy. Thinking back now and thinking like what Bronny got was it a 4-year, $8 million deal? Something like that? Or was it 2-year, $4 million? I don't remember. Either way, I'd rather give Jeremy Lin the money. Like New York fans, how do you feel about not re-signing Lin the way that it all went down?
It gives me this offer.
An offer of 3 years, $25 million.
Yeah,
but when Carmelo Anthony got word of Lin's new deal, he would call it, quote unquote, ridiculous. But what did he mean by that? And why would he say that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you would have to hear from Anthony himself. Going into the 2012 NBA season, there was a lot of excitement in New York. This would be Carmelo's first full season with the Knicks, having been traded mid-season earlier in February. There was also excitement over reinforcements. In the 2011 playoffs, with Amar'e Stoudemire injured, Anthony had to shoulder the load all by himself in a first-round sweep against the Celtics. Now, not only is Stoudemire healthy, but the team would sign and trade for Tyson Chandler, forming a new big three in the Big Apple. But the Knicks would start off the season slow.
Melo was carrying it.
Didn't Lynn say just a minute ago that Tyson was part of the meeting, though? Isn't that confusing?
Team, we was struggling, dude. We was like losing by 6, losing by 4.
But on the third night of a back-to-back-to-back, Carmelo Anthony would have an idea, suggesting to Coach Mike D'Antoni to give Jeremy Lin a chance. And after Lin broke out, Lin would be grateful of the gesture, saying, quote, "Of course, I didn't hear about that until after the game. When Melo was injured the following game, he would never stop publicly being a fan."
All I do is Lin. I mean, we win the games.
Oh, I get it. So he went back. He went back further. Okay. So this is before Linsanity. Okay.
Never stop publicly being a fan.
All I do is Lin. I mean, we win the games.
I love it.
Why?
I love it. I'm a part of it. I think that's what I know. That's something that I've been looking for.
Melo would be such a fan that he would begin raving about the young guard to Kobe Bryant.
I'm laughing and joking with him about, you coming in this, you gonna get your ass bust. He like, about who the fuck is Jeremy Lin? Like, who the fuck is Dillinger? So he said that in the media. So when he said that, it stemmed from the conversation we had just had the night before.
But like clockwork.
That's funny. So yeah, at that point, he's sick and tired. Who the hell is this Jeremy Lin guy?
When Melo returned from his injury, the media would try and divide the pair.
Everybody needs to fall back with all of this Linsanity nonsense. Give Melo the ball and close the deal.
But Melo wouldn't waver.
Stephen A. Yeah, that's Stephen A. Causing trouble.
In his support, not even when Lin would struggle against Miami.
He did get exposed last night. He absolutely did get exposed.
I think exposed is too strong of a word.
Thank you.
I think people overlook the situation.
Sorry, Stephen A.
I think people overanalyze the situation.
However, I know one game doesn't define anything. If that was the case, then you could just go back a couple of games when he was lighting everybody up and say he's the greatest of all time. One game does not define crap, Stephen A. So he basically blew up. He blew up. Nobody knew how to stop him. Now they figured out a way to get him nervous. They pressured the hell out of him. So it's a counterattack. Now it's time for Lin to make a counterattack to that. That's how we judge. That's how we see. But yeah, Stephen A. working for the media, just trying to get it's all clickbait. So he's trying to get he's trying to get Melo to say something big so he can get that headline.
Tension in the locker room would begin to rise. On March 9th,
Thanks, Stephen A.
Jeremy Lin would be shoehorned into a meeting with the team stars.
When you go from a meeting of me, Amar'e, Tyson, the leadership of that team, of this organization, then a snap of a finger, you got him a part of that meeting. It was just like, oh shit, okay, we got another face in here.
We was in Milwaukee and I passed by. I was like, what y'all doing? He was like, man, we trying to, figure it out. I was like, figure it out? Show team. You. Come over here with us. You balling. You about to get paid.
But it's not your team.
No, this is... You ain't built for what these dudes is built for. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not even you ain't built for it. It's that you're not proven yet. So everybody else is a veteran on that list of leaders. And in order to be a leader, yeah, when you got veterans on there, you have to at least prove yourself for a year. And Lin didn't get that opportunity to prove himself for a year. So I agree. He probably shouldn't have been at those meetings. However, because this specific meeting was literally about him and how do we move forward with Lin incorporated into the system, I feel like this should have been a full team meeting. Everyone should have been there, so everyone is aware of the actual changes and the vision moving forward. I think that's where they messed up. It shouldn't have been a leadership meeting. It should have been a players-only meeting, and maybe even with the coach. The coach should probably be involved in this strategy too.
After this meeting, the tension would reach its boiling point, and with the team losing the next 3 games, head coach Mike D'Antoni would call it quits.
He just got up and bounced, and nobody never knew why.
Stepping into his place will be Mike Woodson, a favorite of Carmelo Anthony.
I never saw Mike D'Antoni as somebody who can deal with conflict, though. And this is I mean, he's the opposite of a Phil Jackson, in my opinion. Phil could have actually figured out how to take care of this, but not Mike D'Antoni. So he probably saw this and he's like, this isn't going to fix itself. I'm going to have to go in and make some hard decisions. How about I quit? And what he go to, next stop was, jeez. He became a traveling man after this. This was right before LA and then Houston, right? Or was it LA, New York, and Houston? Because it all happened in pretty close succession.
The pair would share the same agency, and right away, the Knicks would turn it around, going on an end-of-season push to make the playoffs as an 8th seed. But in the first round, with Lynn sidelined from a meniscus injury, Iman Shumpert sidelined with a torn ACL, and Amari Stoudemire for a game from punching a fire extinguisher, and despite all that, Carmelo will lead the Knicks to the
Amari?
Punching a fire sideline with a torn ACL, and Amari Stoudemire for a game from punching a fire extinguisher. And despite all that, Carmelo will lead the Knicks to their first playoff win since 2001.
And the Knicks' playoff losing streak comes to an end. 41 for Carmelo Anthony.
Later that offseason, Anthony would join Mike Woodson, Tyson Chandler, and Landry Fields for a Beverly Hills dinner in an effort to bond and convince Lynn to stay in New York.
Yeah, well, I talked to him. We had dinner in LA a couple weeks ago. So it was just a matter of him, just testing what's out there, seeing what was out there. Just really seeing what's the best fit for him.
After that, Anthony would head off to Vegas and train with Team USA for the Olympics.
I would love to see him back along with Jason Kidd and try to make something work.
Analysts saying, this can't work, the chemistry. Jeremy Lin, he wants the ball. Melo wants the ball.
Have the ball. Jeremy Lin can have the ball.
It would be during this period.
Again, the media. They just got their crap straight in the meeting, and now the media is doing it. Oh, well, they say Jeremy Lin wants the ball. Like, come on, man. That's why I've always despised the media. Before clickbait was ever a thing, before the internet was ever a thing, they were trying to get clickbait, but it's clickbait back then meant we're going to get someone famous to say something or respond to something they do not want to be a part of. They do not want it, So just like that, like the headline for this could have been Melo says Jeremy Lin can have the ball. And then that's it. Like, everyone's going to read the damn article. Same idea. It's going to sell newspapers and magazines.
That Melo would receive a phone call from New York to explain Lynn's newest poison pill contract from Houston. Anthony would call the tactic ridiculous, but that would leak to the media.
Now shit internally leaks. All of a sudden, Melo says Jeremy Lin contract
there it is
fucking ridiculous.
One word. That's how this goes. Doesn't matter what led up to it, what was said before or after. You got one word. Melo said ridiculous. Dude, I mean, any of us, if we're taken out of context, can look like a villain. You could clip something in every one of my videos and reframe it to where I am a complete freaking evil bastard.
So what is all this fuss surrounding Jeremy Lin's new contract? Well, I guess like always, you will have to hear from the source yourself.
Maury and D'Antoni.
In the 2010 offseason, Harvard graduate Jeremy Lin will work out for a number of NBA teams. One of the teams that he made a lasting impression on, the New York Knicks, specifically head coach Mike D'Antoni.
I crushed my Knicks workout. Okay. I crushed it. And D'Antoni called me into his office and was like, that might have been the best workout I've ever seen. Like, who are you? And so me and D'Antoni have this conversation. And he's like, look, man, we got these picks. Like, I really like you and I'm going to try to convince them to, but I can't guarantee it.
And so I think I would do very well in the system.
Another team he worked out for would be the Houston Rockets. And despite the fact that he lit up GM Daryl Morey's own analytical model as a lottery-level talent, team after team would pass on the guard in the drafts. And Morey couldn't help but get cold feet. The following offseason, Daryl Morey would sign Jeremy Lin again, But again, just a little over a week later on Christmas Eve, he would waive Lynn.
And we literally had no place. We had to waive somebody right before we cut down to 15 people. And I called him. I was like, hey, you're a great player. You're going to do great.
Lynn would thus sign with New York, to the first NBA coach who believed in him. And as Linsanity was ongoing, no one would be more heartbroken than Daryl Morey.
Jeremy Lin would have been your backup point guard.
I don't know if I can talk about that with being electroshocked, you know?
But for D'Antoni, he couldn't have been happier.
Well, the greatest, I don't know, 10 days, 2 weeks, month, whatever it was, greatest time ever.
In fact, he would even refuse to let Melo get credit for vouching for Lynn, saying, quote, I don't remember the conversation. Maybe he did. I don't remember.
Damn.
And when Anthony returned to the lineup, D'Antoni...
Our best defense is getting a great shot every possession. Sorry, this is tilted. Make the simple play. Hit the open man early, yeah. Advance pass and step back pass versus Heat shows. Something rotates the bottom defender will be open. Make quick decisions and make them pay. Organized execution. Very cool.
Was heavily in favor of maintaining what's been working.
Amari, Melo kind of had their way. They have to play a certain way to be really, really good. So there's that inherent conflict of, what's better for the team, what isn't, can they coexist, can they not?
From that point on, the locker room will be divided.
How much resentment do you think Carmelo or other players had for Jeremy in that run?
Yeah.
It was there. It's real. And again, they could coexist if Melo went to the floor, which he really didn't want to.
In March of 2012, the divide would reach its boiling point, with the New York Post reporting that Carmelo had issued an ultimatum. It would either be him or D'Antoni. A day later, D'Antoni would resign from the Knicks.
Whoa. I didn't know it went down like that.
Carmelo wanted to win. He's taken some of the heat, and there was a little friction, and it just got to the point where we didn't coexist.
Watching all the madness unfold is none other than Daryl Morey. And when free agency rolls around, the third time must be the charm. On July 1st, 2012, Jeremy Lin will become a free agent. Despite the fact that the Knicks could have offered him a 4-year, $24.3 million deal before he hit the open market, New York would choose instead to maintain flexibility.
As a restricted free agent, Lin can listen to offers from other teams, but the Knicks have the right to match the deal.
The reasoning? Because Steve Nash was also on the market, and New York wanted to see that option through first. But on July 4th, 2012...
So ass backwards. You got Stoudemire on your team, and you want to get Nash on your team, so it's like a reunion of the Phoenix Suns situation. But you just fired their coach, Mike D'Antoni. Damn, guys, we got no plan ahead. We got to plan ahead.
Steve Nash would agree to sign with the Lakers. That same day, Jeremy Lin would head to Houston for a meeting with Daryl Morey. And later that night, Lin would agree to a contract offer.
The Houston Rockets offered him a 4-year deal worth $28.8 million.
The deal will be structured so that it's $5 million in year 1, $5.2 million in year 2, then jump to $9.3 million in year 3 and 4, with the final season being a team option. Now this would be considered a poison pill contract. Why? Because in the 2014-15 NBA season, the new luxury tax rules would be implemented, the third year of Lin's hypothetical deal. And with Melo, Tyson, and Stoudemire all still on the books, having a higher third-year number for Lin would specifically target the Knicks to pay more luxury tax. But with the Knicks now out of the Steve Nash sweepstakes, they wouldn't blink at Houston's efforts. As Mark Stein would report on July 5th, the Knicks will match any offer on Lin up to $1 billion.
Because the Knicks are capped out regardless because of Amari and Carmelo and Tyson Chandler. They have no flexibility. This comes down purely to dollars and cents.
The problem for New York, they would have to wait until July 11th for Lin to be able to sign any official offer, followed by a 3-day window for the Knicks to match. When July 11th arrived, the Knicks would be true to their word, as head coach Mike Woodson will hold a public interview, not only claiming they'll match Houston's offer, but also that the team will sign Jason Kidd specifically to mentor Lin. But there was just one problem. He spoke too soon. Jeremy Lin has not put pen to paper just yet. And now with Morey certain of the Knicks' plan, he would scramble up a final Hail Mary. According to Daryl Morey, he would seek out Lin's agent, asking, quote, if they would be okay with more money, and shockingly, they were open to it. Thus, for the following 2 days, Lin's agent, Robert Montgomery, and Daryl Morey will begin working on a renewed contract.
My agent is meeting with Daryl Morey, and they're trying to figure out, all right, what is the actual offer?
Morey's solution? To poison the contract even more.
I call my agent 5 times in a row, and he's like not picking up because he's talking to Daryl Morey. And then finally he sees it, he calls me back, he's like, stop calling me. No, that's not true. I haven't got the contract yet. I didn't get the contract yet.
The revised contract that was offered, the same $10.2 million in the first 2 years, but now a jump to $14.8 million in the 3rd year.
Lin's 3rd year pay would put him level with some of the NBA's biggest stars.
Now it is unclear the level that Lin himself was involved in these discussions, but in a 2012 report by Chris Broussard, he will write that Lin didn't understand what was happening. What Lin did understand, though, was his impact towards the Knicks' bottom line.
From my vantage point, I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm seeing stats. Like, I drove in $100 million in revenue.
We got our Lin shipment
actually. That's true. Yeah, that's true. They're willing to spend money on him because he's making money for the organization. Interesting.
Hour ago and halfway gone on the white.
But clothing sales are just part of the business of Lin. Shares of Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks play, recently hit all-time highs.
Still, Lin will mull over the contract with his agent.
And I'm like, okay, the offer came through. Like, no, we have to get a less lucrative offer because I got to go back to New York. And then finally, I'm like, can we just not accept their offer? And he's like, no, we can't not accept their offer because the Knicks refuse to give us any offer. You have 0 offers on the table. You have one option right now.
On July 13th, 2012, Jeremy Lin will put pen to paper, signing the poison pill contract offered by the Rockets.
Okay. So 0 offer from the Knicks. That's official then? That's the official thing. He took the contract with the Rockets because there was 0 contract on the table from the New York Knicks.
That makes Jeremy Lin incrementally a $52.5 million player in that poison pill year.
Again, not about cap flexibility because they're capped out. It's just about the money. Jim Dolan, you're going to have to pay.
To counsel the team for advice, Carmelo Anthony, who would label the situation ridiculous.
What was ridiculous was the jump, like 4-15 or 16 or something like that.
On July 15th, 2012, Melo will be asked by the media before Team USA practice about Lin's Houston offer.
He said, quote, it's up to the organization here to say they want to match that ridiculous contract that it's out there.
Later that day,
it's up to the ownership to match, not me. I'm tired of people trying to blame me for the fact that the Knicks might not match. I want everybody to get paid if they have the opportunity. Yeah, that's what's so hard about the story. I could see where Melo's coming from too, you know, because they got three big players in there that need to get paid, and then they got this very, like, I don't want to say unproven, but basically unproven rising potential star who's already locked in to be like that 4th big head in there. It's not up to him. Yeah, as a player at that point, I would probably disconnect myself too and be like, hey, man, I'm not the one who pays the money. I'm the one who makes the money. You know, like, don't ask me. I don't know anymore, man. I would just make it clear. If he is on a team, I will gladly play with him. If he's not, good luck to the kid.
Ridiculous contract that it's out there.
Later that day, J.R. Smith would also give his own 2 cents, saying, quote,
I think some guys take it personal because they've been doing it longer and haven't received any reward for it yet. I think it's a tough subject to touch on for a lot of guys that he'd get resentment in the locker room.
And as the days went on, Lin's anxiety will begin to grow.
The longest 3 days of my life, and my agent is just telling me, like, be prepared that they won't match. And I'm like, there's no way. I gotta go back to New York.
But on July 17th, 2012, it will become official. The New York Knicks will let Jeremy Lin walk, refusing to match Houston's offer.
Linsanity is over in New York. The Knicks have confirmed that they've decided not to match Houston's 3-year offer to Jeremy Lin. Lin will now be a Houston Rocket. His run in Broadway is over.
A lot of people try to, kind of jump the gun with that. He's going to be back no matter what. At the end of the day, he was, a free agent, so he was testing the market. So I really don't know. I haven't talked to anybody in the Knicks organization as far as, what's going to happen, what's the next steps.
Owner James Dolan would reportedly feel betrayed and deceived by Lin.
James Dolan is over. Okay, I'm starting to get a picture here from every angle I've been seeing. Who was this agent of Lin's? Because this guy was like sweetening the deal, and we know an agent gets a commission on these deals. So the more that Lin is getting paid in that contract, the more he's getting paid. And so in other words, I'm just saying the agent's looking after his own best interest. What if the Knicks had some deals for him? They were just lower ball deals. And his agent, when Lin said, well, can't we just say no to this contract and sign with the Knicks anyways for lower? And he's like, there is no deals. What if he was lying?
Reacting with emotion. In this case, it's spite because Jeremy Lin and acting with emotion.
Reportedly
overpaying his players and never, blah, blah, blah. In this case, Dolan, according to the sources, felt betrayed. After all, the Knicks had signed Lin in December after the second year, point guard, blah, 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 blah. Why did you feel betrayed, though? That's what I want to know. Did you offer him a contract?
As far as, what's going to happen, what's the next steps?
Owner.
We think Jeremy Lin is a very good young player. Anything form well. 2 days ago, Anthony called contract ridiculous. I don't see anything about a contract include year salary. No, it's just they're just breaking down the situation. Welcome to Houston. Very good. Yeah, I don't see Dolan giving a contract. That's what's bothering me here.
James Dolan would reportedly feel betrayed and deceived by Lin.
James Dolan is overreacting with emotion. In this case, it's spite because Jeremy Lin and the Rockets took him to business school.
He got upset because he thought he had Jeremy Lin capped out at a certain number.
I don't care, it's not my money.
And then all of a sudden, he went out there and got $6 more million from the Houston Rockets after they went on record saying, we'll match you at a set number. And now Jim Dolan's saying, you know what? Where's my hometown discount?
I really don't believe he's all that.
Lost in the discourse is that Lin himself will be distraught.
I would have played for significantly less if that meant staying with the Knicks, significantly less, because my heart was always here.
Lin would end up having a successful stint in Houston, averaging 13 points and 5 assists per game.
Jeremy Lin, I miss you, bro. I'm sorry, Jeremy Lin.
I miss you, bro.
I'm sorry, because God knows I wish I had him now.
But going into the 2014 offseason, Daryl Morey would decide to go superstar hunting. His target, free agent Carmelo Anthony. In a pitch, they would Photoshop an image of Anthony in a number 7 jersey to the entrances of the Toyota Center. A number 7 jersey that was still being worn by Rockets
I
player.
didn't know about that, man. Come on. Again? Carmelo Anthony again?
Jeremy Lin. When questioned by the media, Morey would say, I don't like that, but that's obviously Carmelo Anthony's number. That's the number he wants. He told us that. Man. Unfortunately for Morey, Anthony would stay in New York. But in the 2016 offseason, Morey would sign Mike D'Antoni as the Rockets' newest head coach. Meanwhile, after a stellar season where Jeremy Lin bet on himself in Charlotte, he would at last return to New York, to the Brooklyn Nets on a 3-year, $36 million contract.
Nice. People here in New York are all in a tizzy over the following comment that Carmelo Anthony recently made about his former teammate. He is the face of that franchise, believe it or not.
For Anthony, he will ultimately make amends with Mike D'Antoni, signing with the Rockets in the 2018 offseason. But this time, the coach will be the one with the final say. And after just 10 games, Anthony will be let go.
Damn, man. It's like a weird love triangle between these guys, man. But, okay. what did I learn here? I learned that we gotta look into that agent, man. Is this agent seedy? You know, who else has he worked for? What else has he done? Was it his fault? I need you guys to chime in the comments here because there's so many things that I'm still confused about, but I have a much clearer picture now than I did before. My eyes are really on two guys, the agent and Dolan. Did Dolan offer him a contract? And if so, why didn't the agent specify to Lynn that he has an opportunity to take less money and stay in New York as he's requesting to his agent? The thing is, I don't trust the agent, so I want to know what you guys think. Sorry, this was a little on the longer end. I kind of got into this one. It was a very interesting topic to me. So I'm going to go ahead and head out, but I'm going to ask you guys to chime in now and let me know your opinions on all these things that I'm confused on. And anything you guys are confused on, throw it in the comments as well. The community's got you covered. All right, guys, I am out of here. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and hit the bell if you want to get notified for the next one. Most importantly, though, the be water, my friends. Peace.